How to resize product title in product pages of Shopify, step by step for beginners. Hey guys, welcome back. So if you're looking to resize the title of your product in your product pages in Shopify, there are a few simple and easy steps that you can do to be able to resize this. So let's say I want to keep all the focus on my product images when I have such adorable product images. And you guys can see that my product title is very large. So it's going really long, and it doesn't look good at all. Now I can reduce the product image size, and I'll show you guys how to do that as well. But what happens if you want to take this product title and you want to reduce the size of this? Well, by default, Shopify doesn't have an option for you to do that. But I'll show you guys how you can actually do this step by step by editing a little bit of a code. Now, keep in mind, this is not complicated at all. You don't have to worry. It's very simple and very easy. So let's get into it. Now, to get started, we are going to head on over into our Shopify dashboard. And once we are in our Shopify dashboard, what we're going to do is we're going to go into Online Store on the left and then click on Themes. Once you click on Themes, you're going to click on these three dots and duplicate your Shopify store. Now, the reason why I tell you guys to duplicate your Shopify store is because if you don't have a duplicate, what can happen is that if you make any mistake by accident, or if you make, any mistake and you don't realize it in the moment, you save those mistakes, you go on about, and then you open up your store and then you realize that you messed something up. Then you will have a duplicate of your original store that you can go back to until you can fix your mistake and proceed with the new version of your store. So it's just a precautionary method to be safe rather than sorry whenever you're editing your code on Shopify. Now, once you have done this, head on over to these three dots and then click on Edit Code. Now, once you click on Edit Code, you're going to go into the top left search bar and then just search for section-main-product.css. So you're going to find it will appear in the assets section. So just open it up. You guys can see we have this. If you can't search it, you can go into the assets section and then just go ahead and search for product over here. But it's just a whole lot more complicated. So you can go into product or section-main-product. So you can find it over here as well. But I just find it easier to search it in the search bar because, it's just so hard to find it when you are looking manually. Now, once you open up this section, you want to scroll to the bottom of this. So once you go into the bottom, you will see the ending bracket. Now, below that ending bracket, you're going to click on the line. And then you're going to paste in this simple little code. I will leave this code in the description box. Copy it as it is. Don't edit a single word in it. And make sure to start from h1.product. If you miss out even an alphabet or even one singular bracket from this code, your code is not going to work. So for any of the code-based edits that I show you guys, always make sure to edit or copy the codes that I show you guys precisely as they have been written. Now, once you paste this code, I have a font size of 30 set up, and you can replace the number 30 with any number you want. So let's take a look at what a 30 size font will look like in our product pages. So I'll click on Save on the top right, and then you can head on over into your store. It can take a couple of seconds for the effect to be taken, so you might have to wait for a couple of seconds for the products to be synced up. Now, if it's not being synced up, you might have to clear your cookies first, and then later on it would be synced up. But I'm going to reduce the product title size to 10 pixels, and then I'll click on Save on the top right. Once we do that, we can go ahead and edit this. You guys can see this is like the product size. Now, if you want to alter the formatting of your text, so let's say I want to blast my text into 100 pixels, then I can just click on Save over here And once you make it 100 pixels, you will see your text will be, blown up in size. Currently, due to my image, my text is not making variations. It might also be because I have opened up my store for quite a while. So I will have to open it up in a different tab to see any of the changes take effect. Now, what happens if you want to, once you've edited your text, what happens if you want to change the appearance of the text, and then you have to change the appearance of the image as well, because both of them are listed side by side. So if I want, I can click on Command F and just search for font. And you guys can see this is our font size. So this is our font size currently written down. And what I'm going to do is I'm just making sure that all of our items are correct for our text. So we have our text padding, we have the product model opener. I'm just going to make sure that this is correctly placed like this. So we have these over here. And now once we have edited our text, now the second thing that a lot of you guys might want to edit is the actual code for the images. So if you want to do that, you're going to go ahead and open your code and click on section-main-product. So go into that again. And then you will see your product media, product grid, and then your media wrapper. And then you have your column, wrapper, and then around in the 50th or 40th line, depending on your theme that you are using, you are going to find the maximum width of your particular images. Now, if you can't find it like this, just click on the code, click anywhere on the code, and click on Command F. Or if you are on a Windows device, click on Control F and then search for wrapper. And then this will show you the wrapper, and you're going to scroll down and click on this version, which is present below the media screen. And then you can customize the size of your wrapper from here. So I'm going to change it from 100 to 65. Usually by default, it is set to 65. So you can customize that as well. Now below that, we can see we have our product form, the product form information, and then you also, if you take a look at the wrapper, below the wrapper, you also have dynamic content and the buttons, the margins that you have set. So we have the payment buttons, the form elements such as the form submit, the Shopify payment buttons, the product titles, and you will see the margin of the product text and the margin of the product titles as well. Now, if I want, I can decrease these margins like this to also customize the word breaks that are present within a title. Now, this is going to impact different products differently depending on how the product is structured. And we have our product title with caption with letter spacing. So you guys can see we have these margins added, the price container, the product accordion text caption with letter spacing, margin top, and I'll set this margin to 5. And then I can click on save to set a larger margin. And then below that, we have the info containers, we have the media, as well as product media and more. So in this way, you can customize the appearance of text and images on your Shopify store. Now, one thing to note is that if you are making any of these changes in your Shopify store, make sure that you are, using the code correctly and you are able to, customize it correctly as well. So you guys can see I have this particular font size code that I'm using. So you guys will see this is the font size code. You can copy it from this page, or I can just link it at the bottom as well. However, if you want to use the same code on a main page, so if I go into the main page over here, I can Command V it over here, and then I can change the font size to 90. Now, this would change the font sizes, not only on our product pages, but also on the main pages as well. So you can customize font size in this way as well. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you have any questions or queries, leave those in the comment box down below. I would love to know what you guys have to say.